To the people here in the auditorium as well as out with the paintings, walking around enjoying the food, welcome to the Loudoun Cares 3rd Annual Art Auction. Hopefully you're all excited. We're going to have a fabulous time tonight. We're going to raise a lot of money for an amazing organization that does a lot for this community. My name is Stephanie Burgess. I'll be emceeing your party tonight. And this is a party. We have a lot to celebrate. So we just want to thank you for coming out here. Basically, first of all, I want to thank the musicians out there. We have the Mike Long duo. Are they not awesome? Doesn't that make shopping a lot of fun? Mike Long on guitar. That was Waylon Coker. Thank you so much. The music was great. Before we get started, I want to thank NOVAIS. Thank you so much, as well as the Center of Innovative Technology for making this happen. You secured this beautiful place. Is this not an amazing building? I've been wanting to check this place out for a long time. It looks like something from outer space when you're just driving by on the freeway. It's just amazing. And I know this little boy walking around was just fascinated with everything in here. So cute. Thank you so much. And those are amazing organizations as well that do a lot for the community. Providing opportunities for a better life, better careers, and housing. Thank you. So, we have sponsors. We want to give a hand to all of our sponsors. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have our platinum sponsors. I want to introduce you. We have the McCarr Corporation, Bank of Clark County Foundation, and Leesburg Lifestyle Magazine, and later on you'll be hearing more from their representatives. Our gold sponsor, Tally Hess. Are you in here? Tally Hess. She's the associate broker of Pearson Smith Realty. Thank you so much for your generous contribution. Our silver sponsors, we have Sandy Spring Bank, Jennifer Dame, financial advisor of Edward Jones, Carol Kearney of Realtor Momentum Realty, and Dale Martinez of CEM Solutions Group. Thank you so much. Give them a hand. Your donations do a lot. They contribute to Loudoun Cares, and Loudoun Cares is a hub that does so much to coordinate volunteers and directing people who need help and who are in crisis to the right nonprofits, and all of that requires support from your community and your donations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. And the food vendors. How about that food out there? That was just there's some really good food out here, and I hope you all take advantage of it. You're welcome, as we're going through the auction, you're welcome to go out and get food and refreshment. You should be able to see the live streaming in the video as well. If you need to look at the paintings out there a little more, hopefully you've all downloaded your HandBid app so that you can be looking at them while you're in here. You can be making your bids and getting ready to spend some money. We want you to really get competitive about this, okay? Because you're not just buying an end piece, you're not just buying a piece of art, you're buying the time and the creative energy that was put into that art, and you're giving a lot to your community. Okay, so as far as the food goes, we've got Travinia Italian Kitchen, Ion International Training Center. They've got the bar and the grill there with the chef back there. He's an actual chef, and those meatballs are to die for, let me tell you. And Flora Catering, Lucky Dog, Chefscape, the Cornicone, the Crumble Cookies, which I had a little sneak peek of the chocolate one. That was really, really good. And Wegmans, thank you so much for filling our tummies tonight. Okay. Did you see the big raffle, the big basket out there? There's so much in there. It's unbelievable. There's over $2,500 worth of gifts in there. You want to take advantage of that. You can get raffle tickets. It's one for $20. You can get 3 tickets for $50. And you can get 10 for $100. And I'm not going to go through this long list of everything that's in that basket, but I can give you a few sneak peeks. We've got a tour and wine tasting for 6 at Stone Tower Winery. Just a few others, an overnight stay at True by Hilton. How about a $100 gift certificate or gift card for DC's Prime Steaks and Lobsters? Okay, and a $500 perfume gift from Macy's. Okay, so I got my raffle tickets. Hopefully you have too. You're going to hear a lot more about that later. And finally, I really want to put a big thanks to the artists. These paintings and artwork that you're going to see tonight are either donated or they are, sorry, I'm trying to, consigned. It's a consigned. So the donated artwork, the proceeds are going fully to Loudoun Cares, and the consigned pieces will partial proceeds to the artists, and the rest of them will go towards Loudoun Cares. So thank you so much, and the artwork is just beautiful, and I'm excited to see what we come up with tonight. Now I want to take this time to introduce the Loudoun Cares Executive Director. Oh, oh, okay. Well, okay. Thank you so much for correcting me. There's Seema Khan from the McCarr Corporation has to come up here and say a few words to us. She is from the Leesburg Lifestyle? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Come on up here. Thank you, Seema.
Okay, I'm much shorter than 7 here. I'm from McCarr Corporation, and I have been on the board for the last 3 years now, I think, working with Valerie, and I am amazed, just amazed at the work that Loudoun Cares does in the local community of Loudoun County and the difference it has made in the lives of so many people. I am very, very proud of my association with Loudoun Cares, and I am also awed by this board. Monty Mercer is an amazing chairman, and he really holds us accountable. He makes sure we do what we are supposed to get done on the board. And Melinda, who's sitting over here, she is one of the most hardworking board members that we have. She seems to have a finger in everything. She's got everything under control. And we have so many other people over here. Thank you. And I am very, very proud of all the work that Loudoun Cares does. Thank you, Valerie, for all your hard work on behalf of the community. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Seema. And now I'd like to invite Valerie Pisiera, and she is the Loudoun Cares Executive Director. Come on up.
Thank you, Stephanie. We're all amongst friends here, so we're going to have a great time tonight. Thank you guys all for coming. I'm so excited that you're all here. I'm sorry to go back. I'm at that age, glasses, no glasses. You never really know what's going to happen. So I did want to thank everyone for coming. This has been a huge group effort. You've seen outside. I've tried to do Facebook Live to show everybody what an amazing venue this is, and all the hard work from our special events committee. Glenn Wooten, Tracy Leverett are our co-chairs. Melinda Gibson and Deb Craig and Monty Mercer and Ronnie Allen Ward. Hopefully I named everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. They have worked endlessly. We've been talking about this event for the last probably 9 months. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Where is it going to happen? Everything, every day we face new challenges, and they have been so supportive and have done a great job. So I really want to thank them. I want to also thank all of our volunteers that have come out tonight. Thank you for taking time away from your families and your lives to come and help us out. We really, really appreciate you. I want to send a special thanks to Steve Allen. He was here at 9 o'clock this morning hanging art with us. And also John Gibson was here, as well as yesterday we had Amy and Jason Ford haul all the walls of the art from up in Percival. So thank you guys so much for taking the time, and Mike Tomlinson as well for taking the time to come out and help us. So many more. I don't want to miss anybody, but I do want a special thanks to them. I want to also thank Franklin Park, Loudoun Art Council, and Soley Center in Chantilly for helping sort out the whole walls, how we were going to hang the art in this beautiful venue. We thought of a lot of different ideas, but they were able to help us really make that happen. And I also, just a really special thanks. I know Seema has already said how special this board is. I have to tell you guys that I am so blessed to have a board that is so supportive and so hardworking. They always lift me up. They lift our organization up, and they're amazing. And so I do want to recognize them and take the time to recognize them. They volunteer. I don't even know we log all our hours. I don't know. It was like $25,000 worth of volunteer time since January. I mean, they're amazing. They're amazing. So I'm very blessed, and I hope that every other nonprofit in this county has a board as amazing as ours. But it won't be quite as amazing as ours. But so our chair, Monty Mercer, our vice chair, Cindy Jackson Clark, our treasurer, Seema Khan, she keeps our numbers all straight. Melinda Gibson's our secretary, our directors, Casey Trigoni, Josh Schwartzik, Zach Carpenter, Ronnie Allen Ward, Tracy Leverett, Deborah Craig, Austin Hale, Glenn Wooten, Mike Mason, Lavanya Carithers, and Tiffany Mayhem are our directors. Bob Woodruff is on our advisory board, and Susan Snyder is here tonight as well. She is on our advisory board and is one of the co-founders of Loudoun Cares, so she has stuck through it all. So thank you so much, all of you, for all the time that you've given to this organization. It is not unnoticed. Is that even the right word? I don't know. But I do want to tell you guys that I found Loudoun Cares from my desire to volunteer. When I moved here after 16 years overseas, that's how I connected to the community. And I knew right away that Loudoun Cares was a very special organization. I didn't want to have to choose what organization I gave my time to. I wanted to be able to give my time to whatever organization needed me, and Loudoun Cares does that. So we get to connect the people in our community with resources. So whether you are someone who wants to help out and be a volunteer, or you're someone that needs help, we're here to direct you into those nonprofits. We have our volunteer center, online volunteer center that you can go to, and there's 240 nonprofits on there, local nonprofits, to find ways to give back. We have a ConnectLine. Our ConnectLine helps residents in need find health and human services. During COVID, we partnered with Catholic Charities and our faith organizations to distribute funding for families that were affected by the COVID crisis. To date, we have been able to distribute $1.4 million in rent and utility assistance. It's amazing. We were able, to tell you, one phone call in 2020 in March that said, do you think you can distribute $50,000? I thought, oh, that's a really big number. I'm not sure we can do that. But you know what? We figured it out, and we were able to help so many people, and we are so very blessed to be able to do that as an organization. We have people in our county. I know that we are one of the richest counties in the nation, but we have pockets of poverty. We have places where people are struggling, that worked 2-3 jobs, that are, both parents work, or they're single parents and they're trying to provide for their families. We have that in Loudoun County. It's not right in your face, but we have it. And our nonprofits here in Loudoun County do their very best to bring the resources that these families need, and to just ease their load just a little bit. So when with my board, a lot of times I like to ask them, why do you volunteer? Why do you give so much of your time? What motivates you? And of course, I'm so happy that they're here with Loudoun Cares. I just want to know. So I did ask them that question, and I filmed them doing it too. So I made them tell me why they get involved. And as you watch this, I want you to think about, why do you get involved? If you're involved in the community, why do you get involved? If you're not involved in the community, why are you not involved? And how can you get involved? Well, Loudoun Cares can help you do that. But we're going to cut to a video right now, and just to give you a little bit idea of what we do.
Hi, this is Zach Carpenter, board member of Loudoun Cares. I believe in our mission because it's so important, the fact that people can get out and help their community. And often, many times, people want to help and they just don't know where to start. And Loudoun Care does an amazing job of connecting those who serve with those in need.
Hi, I'm Cindy Jackson Clark, business strategy consultant with the C-Suite Solution. I believe in the mission of Loudoun Cares because I believe that all people want to contribute and help out whenever they can, if they only knew how. Loudoun Cares makes that connection possible.
Hi everybody, my name is Casey Tregoning. I am a board member for Loudoun Cares. One of my favorite parts about Loudoun Cares and why I'm involved in the organization is the fact that we run a volunteer center that actually supports all of the other nonprofits in Loudoun and their volunteer needs. So when somebody wants to volunteer and help out a local organization, you can go to the Loudoun Cares volunteer portal and find the perfect volunteer opportunity for you and your family.
Hi, my name is Melinda Gibson, and I'm editor of Leesburg Lifestyle Magazine. We like to say that a truly extraordinary lifestyle involves giving back, and nobody does that like Loudoun Cares. They have so much heart, and they give back to the community in ways that they really need every day. That's why I serve.
I am so proud to be a part of Loudoun Cares. I was raised to care about the people around me and to give back to my community. And working with Loudoun Cares, it has afforded me the opportunity to do just that. I am so proud and humbled to be a part of such a great organization.
Hi, I'm Tracy Leverett. I'm on the board of Loudoun Cares, and I love working with Loudoun Cares because we do care about people. That's important to me, and our ConnectLine helps provide people a way to find the resources they need in times of need, and our volunteer center helps connect other people in the community who want to be involved and give back to find the right places and organizations that they can help.
Hello, my name is Monty Mercer, and I am the board chair for Loudoun Cares. As a science humanitarian, my mission is to elevate those who want help with appropriate tools and resources. I advocate and partner with Loudoun Cares to ensure everyone in our community is aware and able to receive basic human needs.
She opens the door and I'm sitting in the car and we just praying. I said, God, you have to do something for me, because I cannot afford, to be put out on the street with my children. I have nobody, I have nothing. And then I walked in, and that speaks a lot about her, about the organization for which she's done it. And she never looked down upon me. You did not look at my situation and judge me. Sorry. But you made it possible by reaching out to people, other organizations, that came to my aid at that point in time, and to just to say that whatever your time spent here, whatever it is, the volunteering, whatever time and the resources that is being poured into this organization, I'm a living proof of that. Saying that that was what was done for me, because I don't know where I would have done. This organization found a way to be able to reach out and to help people. In need.
So tonight, as you're looking at this beautiful art, as you're bidding, because I know you all are looking at some pieces that I probably want to bid on too. So game on. But as you're doing that, I want you to remember we are here to support our community. We are so blessed to have these amazing artists that have taken their talent and have donated their time to build this beautiful auction. But we're also here to support Loudoun Cares. And so your money's gonna go to two wonderful causes, our local artists and Loudoun Cares. So just keep that in mind as you're bidding. So lastly, I do want to say I'm so very proud to be a part of this organization, and I'm excited about where we're going and the impact that we can make in our community. I do just want to end with telling you that we connect, we care, and we believe in the power of both of these things to help build a stronger community. We do it all here in Loudoun County, and we do it with less than 3 full-time employees and a wonderful, dynamic, passionate board. So we are small but mighty. So thank you guys so much for coming. Bid, bid, bid. That's all I'm going to say. That's the lid. That's it.
right, it's game on. Okay, housekeeping time now. All right, you've seen the trash cans. There's trash receptacles around the building, so of course we want to really do housekeeping and keep things clean so when we leave here we don't get in trouble. Also, the restrooms are downstairs if you're looking for the restroom and you haven't found that yet. Let's see, we have over 100 pieces of art, and everything that is up for auction can be found on the HandBid app. Has everyone been able to find that app? It's called HandBid, and you register, and when you get on, you can look up Loudoun Cares, and it just kind of shows up there. That's where you'll make your bid. There's just so many that there's no way that we're going to be able to highlight all of them tonight, but we've done our best to pick pieces that are from various different subject matter and whatnot for you to look at. But please take a look, scroll through, browse around on the app as well. Feel free to get up and look outside again some more out into the lobby. Thank you again to the artists that donated your work. It really means a lot. In the HandBid, you're going to see on some of the artwork a letter C. That means that it's a consignment piece, so partial proceeds go to Loudoun Cares and partial go to the artist. And when you see an item that's designated with a D, all the proceeds go to Loudoun Cares. Again, we wouldn't be able to do this without the support of people who are without your donations and your volunteer work. Now, the next thing, this is new. We have raise a paddle items. Some of you, maybe you have enough art on your wall. I'm sure your walls are covered inch to inch with artwork. You can always use another one, though, and you can rotate them around throughout the year, of course. So there's no reason not to bid on a piece of artwork. But should you decide not to, or you don't get the piece of your dreams, we all came here to donate and support the community, so you can purchase a paddle and raise a paddle. All the money that you purchase, all the money that you put towards that goes towards Loudoun Cares as well. And so thank you in advance for your donations there. We have charging stations, all of you. If your phone is running low, we do have charging stations up at the front. HandBid is pretty hard on the battery, so if it gets low, you want to get it charged up. You can still hear us out there on the screen. Hopefully, you'll be able to take your artwork tonight. For those of you who are watching online, the bid is going to be open until 10 p.m. And you can come between 10 and 1 to pick up your art. What did I say? Tomorrow. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. No, we do not ship the artwork, in case you were wondering. Does anybody have any questions right now about the app? Any problems there? Feel free to ask any of the volunteers or any of us about that. I would like to go ahead and welcome Glenn Wooten and Alexander Phillips. These gentlemen are commentators tonight. Thank you so much for offering your services as well. I'm looking forward, and we're going to learn a lot about each one of these pieces from these gentlemen. And they will keep the program going. They're going to introduce you more to our artists and keep you thoroughly entertained, I'm sure. So Glenn Wooten is Loudoun Cares Special Events Committee co-chair. He's the art auction co-auctioneer for the second year in a row. And Loudoun Cares Man on the Street. I love it. Glenn is a jack of all trades and a master of all those trades. He is a general manager of DC Prime Steakhouse, a State Farm Insurance account representative, and a founder of In the Gap, a community group designed to meet community needs by standing in the gap. Glenn is a strong connector and humanitarian. Thank you, Glenn, for all that you do for the community.
Thank you.
Alexander Phillips is a local philanthropist and community volunteer. Alex owns a startup tech company, CIXCI, that develops the SaaS. How did you pronounce that actually? Like SaaS? SaaS. Oh, SaaS. Okay, platform for wireless carriers across the United States. Alexander is a Loudoun County resident and has been in Leesburg for 30 years. His heart is all about helping kids and changing the process of getting help to children in need. Thank you so much. He says, quote, "If a child is hungry, feed the child. Cut out the bureaucracy." He has a great appreciation for art as well. His favorite artwork are conversation pieces that spark great conversation and bring out differing perspectives. It's one of the wonderful reasons to love art. There are certainly some conversation pieces out there. Oh, take it away, Glenn and Alex.
Okay. So we're going to start off with a disclaimer. And then when you hear about a disclaimer, people go like, oh no, here he goes.
Yes.
Our disclaimer is, I am going to screw your name up if you're an artist in here.
Yes.
So don't take it personal.
Yeah.
I'm not good with that. The other disclaimer is you're going to have a good time and you ain't going to be able to help yourself, okay? So
True.
we're going to talk about the art, and we just want to thank you for coming out here. Remember, your money is going to a great, great cause. I would say get on your phone, call your friends, tell them it's about to get on. But if you've been to all these other art auctions, this ain't it. You're going to have fun today.
Yeah.
And again, trust me, if I mess up your name, I mess up the art style, go with it, enjoy it. It's about having a good time.
That's what
it's
school
about
is for.
sending the money,
Yeah.
spending it, and making this a great, great event, okay? So thank
Excellent.
you. Amy, you better clap a lot tonight, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And I would also like to add, if you have it, put this in your, text it to yourself, text it to everybody, go on the website, check it out, get all the information, and sign up and volunteer, because we need you. Thank you.
And you can put donations on there.
Oh, and donations, yes.
All right, everybody, so get your bids ready. We're gonna talk. Again, don't laugh, don't judge me.
Yeah.
Respect my results. Here we go. Our first piece is called Sanctuary. It's by a local artist. Her name is Kathleen Hausler. The one thing that I like about this, and it's acrylic painting, and so and any artist will know, working with acrylic painting, it dries quickly. So to see how she's able to blend these colors is just so amazing to me. I don't know much about art, but I do know enough that this style here is just great and so colorful and impactful. This was done in Loudoun County. It was at the Rush Sanctuary in Leesburg. And so it's a safe place, and it's a wildlife place, and it's just a great place to visit and see.
You know what I like about this painting also is you could take this painting, bid on it, get it today before 10 o'clock, but also by tomorrow, go to this place and put it right where it is.
And try to find those things there.
Yeah, I mean, you could take that as your map and then go out to the location. So again, bid on it now, up until, pick it up before 10, have it, go have a nice breakfast, but then go tomorrow when it's nice, the foliage is falling and everything, and sit at this area with your painting.
So Kathleen, one thing that impressed me with Kathleen, just reading about her, she taught art in the public schools for over 30 years. That's awesome. So that means Kathleen is a person that's giving back and giving her talents to the community. But there's one thing in here that says, look very closely.
With the blue jay.
And look for the Bluebird House.
Bluebird.
So when you buy this painting, and everybody knows what's going on today, everybody's talking about the supply chain, and buy everything before the holidays. You know the one thing? It's here.
Yeah.
You can pick it up today. So there's goes that Christmas gift. You don't have to worry about.
We don't have any supply chain issues.
None whatsoever. You can go right out there
and pick it up now.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's support Kathleen. And this, again, I love the colors in this. Kathleen has a couple other pieces in the auction that we'll be talking about tonight. And
she's local. She's in Lovettsville.
She's been in the community for a long time. Yeah. And she specializes in landscape painting. So you'll see her other work. And it's just, her colors is what captured me right away. Where would you put something like this?
Oh, I would put it in the office. Okay. I would put it in my office. Because again, like I'm the type of individual, I don't know a lot about art, but I do know that when you look at something, when someone else looks at it, it starts a conversation.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And that starts a conversation because then you can tell them where she painted it from and, give a little bit of history. So me personally, I think because I love fall, I love all seasons, but I would put that in my office.
Yeah, and the great thing about that, just seeing this picture up close, it like you said, it starts a conversation. It almost transcends you into being there because you can look and see it so calm. So when you purchase this item tonight, call us. We'll come out with you and sit there and watch. Because I want to find that Bluebird house.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we could go to DC Prime, get something, then take it there.
Yeah.
And then have a
some
picnic.
wine and everything.
Yeah.
Boy, you talking.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. All right. So now, as we say, Kathleen has another, and we're going to go into the next item there, and it's called Bluebell Path, which is right here, right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, Bluebell Path. So this is also, it's acrylic. And what is the great thing about this piece right here is it's donated. So 100% of what we get from this goes to Loudoun Cares. Just think about it.
Say that again?
100% of the proceeds go to Loudoun Cares. Yeah. So this, if you love this piece, 100% of what you donate goes to Loudoun Cares and all the great causes that Loudoun Care does. But you know, with this, you can just take a walk along the river. Just look at that. You can see yourself just taking a walk down that river. And man, just sitting by the bank.
Yep.
Stop by DC Prime and pick up a little something.
Crab cakes and french fries.
Crab cakes and french fries.
Yep.
And get some of that great wine that Monty had out there today.
Yeah.
And just sit down there and have a bit. You know?
I mean, she really captures all the colors. I mean, this one here would be, I would say, me personally, I would put this in a room with some yellow in it. You know, that would be me personally. Like in my wife's living room.
Is this men on films? What are we talking about?
I'm trying to give the audience an idea of where this painting is.
Those that know in living color caught that one. They caught that one. They know.
But I'm saying, you know, this is 100% of this purchase goes to Loudoun Cares.
Yes.
So right now it should be going up.
Yeah, but yes. I like the technique here, and in all seriousness, the way she blocked that out, and it makes you seem like the river is an extension of this whole picture. It's really a nice picture.
And again, in acrylic, and it says a lot about her artwork.
100% goes to Loudoun Cares. All right, so our next piece, by Kathleen as well, is another landscape piece there. And it's called Summer Meadows. And listen, I'm telling you right now, if you're in here online, this already got a lot of bids on it. And I like that. It's not donated, but we'll take a piece of the action anyway. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Just a little bit.
But you know, you got. I like this because of the wildflowers it has, and just that shed. Now I grew up in New York, so I ain't seen too many sheds. I grew up
in New York.
We ain't got too many sheds.
So you know that's a shed for sure. Growing up in New York.
Yeah, well, I heard stories about it.
Okay, all right, continue.
And you know, the parents say, "Boy, if you don't act right." Well, anyway, then you know. It's really serenity when you see something like this. It's serenity. Right. I think you stop by
DC Prime
and get something and sit down there with a blanket and sit back and. There's a popular theme going on here, right? Was it alcohol or DC Prime? Okay, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, but great picture. Again, this one has several bids on it, and if you want it, up those bids so we can get that money. Okay.
Now, is this a donation or is this a...
No, this is a consignment.
Consignment, okay.
Yeah, perfect. But it's a very popular one at this point. You can tell by the bids. And just while we're sitting here talking, I think it went up a little bit. Okay. Wow, okay.
Well, keep on bidding.
That means people are engaged. We love it.
Now, I got a question on the bidding. The paddle thing that was mentioned.
Yes.
Can we just get people to hit the $100 paddle continuously?
Well, you know, the paddle thing is if you wanted that, but you couldn't get that art, but say you was bidding 700,
right?
Well, you can still bid that 700.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got some way to send that 700.
Okay.
And the good thing about that is you can buy lottery tickets, don't know nothing, but if you put that money together, man, we already know we got families we can take care of and stuff, so you know where your money's going.
So it's not really a lottery because you already know what's happening.
Exactly.
All right now.
If a tree falls, okay.
No, we're good.
All right. Next, we have another picture, the waning day, and this is by Kathleen as well.
That's
it's over there. Now this one here is what I like about it, and it would have captured you. And if you can't really see that on screen, it's the sun. See how the sun comes through there?
Through the trees.
I mean, that is a beautiful picture, and the way she captured it is almost like a photograph in a sense. The way she captured that.
Yeah.
Kathleen is doing, and again, acrylic. I mean, any of the artists that are in here, they know how to work with acrylic. You've got to really put some work into that.
Yeah.
And just look at that.
And I think, I'll be honest with you here. I think if you're not knocking anybody that's looking through a phone, but if you're not either on a tablet or a laptop to really get the essence of these paintings, you're losing out, because this one here is amazing. And just up front, looking at it here on the monitor and over here, you really need a big screen to really pull in the essence of these paintings, because they're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, these are clearly good conversation pieces as you gather the family around, and they're good. There ain't no supply chain issues on this one.
None whatsoever.
You get it? Right in the
and
lobby.
If you get it today, Glenn Luke will walk outside with your painting and put it in your car.
Okay, yes. That's an added bonus. I will do that. Okay. Next we're going to talk about George Jacobs. Okay, George Jacob. He this piece here, it's watercolor, and it has old. So what I like about this, without even having to read what's in front of me, is the character that this shows. When you look at the barn and that vehicle, it's seen its days, but if that vehicle can talk, it can talk about so much history it has seen.
Yeah.
And different things. So
that looks like a '57 Chevy pickup.
Okay, so that is amazing that he can say that. But yeah, so with George, he is a resident. He's a local artist. He's in Sterling, Virginia, and he does a lot of Western landscapes, farm, and rustic subjects. And a lot of this is reflective of his childhood. So when you look at this painting, this is what George had seen, and he's taken all these and went into detail and on his vehicle here. And that vehicle looked like it's seen its days, but you've seen a lot of these where they sat for years and are rusted out and things, but it brings so much character to what he's doing.
And this was done in watercolor?
George in watercolor. And George had some paintings in the art auction last year.
Okay.
And he's got other paintings this year too. So there's more paintings. If you look up George, we may not be featuring them here now, but if you look on your HandBid and you can go down and find George Jacob, you'll see some great work he's done. George Jacobs, he's a professional watercolor artist, and he's a member of Virginia Watercolor Societies. His paintings have been displayed all over the place, and as others. And one thing you can tell, George has done greeting cards and posters, and you can see this type of thing on a greeting card or poster or something like that.
Yeah.
But just again, George was with us last year, and his work was very good, and I'm glad to see him back and get Loudoun Cares. So my thing to you is bid on it. Bid. Get on that HandBid and let's do something with you. All right. Our next piece here, it's not Monty, but it is.
This is the next one.
This is Standout. It's called Standout. Jill Perella. And it is a donation. That's the beauty of it. This is a donation. So if you like flowers, landscape, things like that, I think she really captures it in this photo. Jill is an accomplished artist. She has numerous awards for her work. And the thing about Jill, she was voted named Loudoun County's favorite artist. So that tells you a lot, because there's a lot of artists in this area. But Julie's been doing this work for a long time, and she consults, and she also does acrylic work. But I like Jill's philosophy is that our cups are not half empty or half full, but instead they are overflowing. Often we simply fail to recognize it. So Jill's very positive about all the things that are around and want you to think positively.
Yeah.
This is the first time in our auctions, but I think this work is great work to submit.
Yeah. And she's already got 3 bids on it. So
yes, and which is awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome. And
First
we want to
time.
see 3 more, 4 more, 5 more.
Right.
Again, and again, this is a donation, so whatever is bidded all comes to us. Us meaning Loudoun Cares, not my pocket, but Loudoun Cares' pocket. But I don't mind taking, us if you want to say. No, don't say that.
Loudoun
No,
Cares.
okay.
Loudoun Cares.
If you want to say us.
Okay.
But again, that's Julie's work. Next, we have Orchard Overture, Leanne Fink. And here we go here. So this here, Leanne Fink, she's another local artist from Hamilton, Virginia. Fink has always been drawing and painting, and she holds a BFA from Seton Hall University. And Leon, what inspires her artwork is beauty. She likes beauty because she feels it touches her heart and soul, and loves to do things that are very beautiful. This picture itself is awesome. I think the first thing you see is the colors, the brightness of this. Leanne has 2 other paintings that they'll be talking about later on, or you'll see out on your HandBid. But what she painted, this painting is in oil.
Yep.
So and in oil, she works with oil and cold wax. So that what that does with the texture, as you get closer to the picture and the texture of this painting, the white petals and then all the different colors around, it makes it a beautiful piece. So again, if you like orchids, definitely look at this. And it's an oil painting. And
it's got 1 bid on it so far, so that's good. That's good.
And Leon likes to say, art is for everyone to enjoy. She believes that a visually dynamic painting can awaken the senses and move the spirit, change the viewpoint, uplift and heal. That is her goal in every creation. So it is here to move your soul. Okay? So our next piece is by Tracy Wilkinson. It's called Dreamscapes. And the art that Dreamscapes use is a mixed media. Now, her pieces are fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you look at her pieces, she uses recycled products, puts it on her paintings. Some of them are interactive. You can go up, touch them, and mess with them, things like that. So it draws you in not only with the colors, but to say like, hey, what is this?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a conversation piece.
And the crazy thing, the story behind this one is that, from my understanding, is she swapped paintings, I guess got permission with the painting to, I would say, do her artistic touch on it. So she wasn't a big fan of swans, but then she added her touch on into it and gave you a hint of the swans. But again, her paintings are all user-friendly, per se. She wants you to play with them. She wants you to, touch them and everything else. This is an amazing piece. And she also has additional pieces, one with, I think was it VHS tape or something like that?
Yes.
Up there, VHS tape. I'm not sure if a lot of people know what VHS are, but VHS tape was used in one of the artworks. And so the way she uses recycled materials, or she finds stuff to inspire herself to do this amazing work, it's amazing.
And she puts it simplistically. She says, I don't know what you want to call my style, but I call it fun.
Right.
And it is fun. If you see any of her pictures, it is, and it is designed for you to touch. It's called touchable art.
Right.
So again, a very fun piece to have. Please.
Yeah. It's a conversation piece. All of her, everything that I've seen is a conversation piece. It starts conversations.
So that is called Dreamscapes by Tracy Wilkinson. There goes my boys right here. JoJo and Willow. JoJo and Willow. JoJo's like, I'm just minding my business. Somebody's got to take this shot. So JoJo and Willow, this is a photograph in a black frame, and it's two horses in rural Virginia. This photograph is taken with a large format camera and white film. So John Kennedy, who did this piece, is a professor in language arts and social sciences division at Northern Virginia Community Colleges. His photographs are featured in all magazines, different type of magazines, and different reviews. John is a local photographer, and it was so kind to be a part of what we have here. This, myself, I grew up in Brooklyn, so I don't see too many rural
Yes, we
things.
understand.
But as you go out in these rural counties here, this is pretty typical of what you see. But JoJo and Willow, this is a nice piece of art, and I just like if you can really look and capture and see these horses, they're like, what?
Yeah.
So
it's almost like if you've been to Middleburg, like the Salamander Resort, and where they have the horses out there in the Middleburg area, because I go out there a lot, and it's resemblance of that. And one of the things I was reading up on him is that thanks his stuff's been exhibited at the Piedmont Art Museum in 2021. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
So as we're talking and continue to talk about this art, I want to tell you once again why we are here, why Loudoun Cares is doing this art auction. So we have a couple of stories that we can tell you, and you'll see the point of why we do what we do. Single mom of four, due to COVID, was experiencing increased domestic violence. She has since left her husband and was helped by LOAS, which is Loudoun Abused Women's Shelter, and moved into a new apartment. She was laid off from her job 6 months ago due to a reduction in workforce, so is looking for work. We were able to work with her apartment complex and saw she had been submitted for rental relief at the state level, connected her with a job, services, and food distribution. So these are some of the things that Loudoun Cares does.
Right.
And so the monies that you spend today will help continue to support people of Loudoun County that are in need. And we'll continue to talk about some of these other success stories that we have in helping people move along. Our next feature is Quietude by Elizabeth Chow. And this also is a photograph, and it's Roots. It's named Roots. Now, the thing about this was photographed locally in Loudoun County at Algonquian Park. And the thing that captures you right away is the roots themselves. Yeah. The roots are so profound in this picture. And then the serenity behind it. But you can tell, but you can see the water. You don't know if the water is flowing or just at a standstill. But the capture of this is just having that part with the water, and how it's going, and then the serenity behind that photograph. It's
yeah. And one of the things that I've noticed, not being in the art world, but noticing out, looking at the artwork that's being shown, is the artists and how they capture Loudoun County. You know what I mean? That's huge. I mean, one of the things, like with her artwork, and then she has another painting up there, the one that was all black and.
Lush was
Lush.
Yes,
and I kept on going back to that one because
look that one up.
Yeah, because that one was amazing, and it's just amazing how these artists capture Loudoun County from a totally different perspective than I would even look at. I mean, you look at that, you're just like, wow, that's a tree, and it's got the roots are coming out of the tree, but it's just hanging there.
And it's also behind it because Elizabeth had stated that after a series of personal trauma, she just went to the woods to heal. And as she was there, she would find the beauty in that. So from her own trauma, she found beauty all around her, and that was a very soothing effect on her herself. Yeah. And she was able to capture that. So that was her therapy, and we're fortunate enough that she was able to bring that to us. But this is a great
piece.
Great piece there. Again, please. Look at it, love it, enjoy it, but buy it. Our next piece is by Rosemary Gallup. And this is for you rock heads. This is my guy. This is Jerry G. Do you know who Jerry G is? Come on. You don't know Jerry G? It's Jerry Garcia, man.
I've heard of him.
Grateful Dead?
I've heard of him.
Boy, listen. Jerry G is the man. So this is a picture of Jerry G, and right away you can see just the colors, the brightness. She really captured them. So we already know that there's a lot of deadheads. Deadheads, those are people that follow Grateful Dead, Jerry G.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Help me, people. Help me. Jerry G. But so this is a picture of Jerry Garcia. Jerry Garcia is a very colorful person himself, but this really captures him. So Rosemary is a professor of art and art history at Northern Virginia Community College. So we have all these artists right here locally in our area. Our work is exhibited throughout the United States and several local venues in Fairfax, Reston, and Vienna. She was also awarded the 2017 Feature Artist of the Commonwealth of Virginia Community College Systems. Rosemary also has a couple of other artwork that we've seen.
Yeah.
She has the Beatles, your
Jimi
favorite
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yep.
And so you'll definitely be seeing some art. But this is nice. And what's so unique is how she has a little guitar in there and photographs. So you definitely have to get up close and see that. But this is and it's an acrylic.
Yeah.
An acrylic painting.
And one of the things too, just a side note, now that I look at that painting and the colors, it reminds me of my parents' bell-bottom pants. Because they did have bell-bottom.
Did they do the tie-dye thing too?
They just had bell-bottom pants that resembled those colors. So now I kind of...
Yeah, that's tie-dye. That was tie-dye.
Okay.
That was tie-dye. So for all you that's sitting here and haven't had the opportunity, we have a basket upstairs, and we did talk about that. I'm not telling you to leave now. It's for you to bid on it, but do know there's a gift basket upstairs. And one of the things there, you got an overnight stay at the Aloft Hotels. You have 2 handmade coffee mugs from Marilyn Potter, Barbara Seltzer, and there goes your favorite. 500.
Oh, the 500 perfume basket for Macy's. I mean, 'cause it's the holidays. This is perfect timing.
Right.
You know, in perfect timing. But I would also say, if you haven't heard, that the $100 gift card to DC Prime Steakhouse, just selfishly plugging that restaurant. But if you haven't, please do so. It's, the money goes to a great cause, and the value is $2,500, and everything that you get in it is absolutely amazing. You'll find something that you can use for, and it really, if you look at everything that's on the list, you really can go out to eat every day of the week for the next month and not have to worry about anything.
So yes, go jump on that basket, and there's no supply chain issue with the basket.
None whatsoever.
It's right there. Go get it. 1 ticket is $20, 3 is $50, and 10 is $100.
Yep.
Jason, that's you. 10. Right. You already got them?
Thank you, Jason.
Jason, go for 20. All right, so let's go to our next piece here. Oh, this is a piece. Listen, I'm not going to even talk about the piece. You know why?
Why?
The artist is in the room.
What?
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes. So I'm going to have her come down and introduce herself because I love this painting. And the reason why I'm going to do that, I'm not going to mess up her name. Oh, Monty, the mic. Get the mic. Oh, you go. Yeah. Here you go. Talk about your painting. Introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Glenn. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you all for being here, and it's an honor to be here and for my work to be on auction. I am a hobby artist. I've painted all my life, but I only painted because it made me happy. It was for gifts for friends and family. Until recently, when I started painting a lot more, it was actually to find something that kept me sane, gave me joy. And I have to say that I'm never looking back. I've been painting every single day. But I've recently been able to bring some purpose to my passion. And everything I paint, a large part of it is donated to local Loudoun Charities. And what better place to do it than Loudoun Cares? I'm just amazed of how much they do for the local community. So I am so glad to be a small part of this large community charity. So this particular artwork, very special. I grew up in India, and snow, we don't see snow. I actually come from one of the hottest places in India. So when I moved here about 2 decades ago, when I first experienced my first snowfall, it was just magical. And I just had to paint that, and I paint that a lot in watercolors and different mediums too. But it's most magical when I see that balance of that white snow and the sun glistening on it. it's what I wanted to recreate here. And it just gives me so much joy. It takes me back to my first experience seeing the snow and my journey from India to here and how I've experienced so much diversity. It just kind of brings all of that together. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you all for supporting Loudoun Cares. And I have to say a very special thank you to Ronnie, who actually saw my work at the Leesburg Farmers Market. And then she connected with me and she wanted to see if I could bring some of my pieces here. So thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate all of you to give me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love that you paint to be happy, and I concur with you. I like to paint too, just because it's fun and it makes me happy, and it is a nice way that you can give a gift to somebody and just share some piece of beauty. It's interesting to hear how you saw snow coming from India. What a beautiful story. Thank you. Okay, so next we have a word from our platinum sponsor from the Bank of Clark County Foundation, John Hudson. Is John
Hello,
Hudson in
I'm
the
John
room?
Hudson, Executive Director of the Bank of Clark County Foundation. You know, it warms my heart when we support organizations in our community that make such a difference in people's lives. And one such organization is Loudoun Cares. Their synergistic approach to combining resources and connecting people and organizations have helped so many of our citizens over the years that they deserve our support. And I ask you to support their annual art auction. That's a win-win for everyone. You end up with a beautiful work of art, and Loudoun Cares ends up with additional resources that they will use to help and improve the lives of so many of our citizens. So please join us.
Thank you, John, so much. And now I would like to introduce, and
Hello,
apparently they're
I'm
here in the room. This is our platinum sponsor from Leesburg Lifestyle, Han Livingston.
I'd always loved magazines. I'd always loved community publications and decided that I would start this magazine.
Leesburg Lifestyle. I adore telling stories. We like to say that Leesburg Lifestyle is all about great stories beautifully told. That's really what we're about.
The magazine plays a really valuable role in this community in getting the word out with in-depth articles, with incredible photographs.
Working with Han is great. The reason I am doing ads is because of him. He's always thinking of me and my brand and always approaching me with different ideas, different ways that I can showcase what I'm doing.
I sell luxury country properties in Loudoun County, and I've had a lot of success since advertising with Leesburg Lifestyle.
Putting an image into something like a publication helps align our brand with another brand that understands that level of integrity that we're trying to form with our clients.
It's really nice to have someone that is going to work for me and have the same values that I do. I mean, the truth is you really are treated like family, you know, and that's what you want.
We pick quality partners to work with. If you're a quality partner and you think your business is the best in Loudoun County, we would love to talk to you and love to help you and work with you and build your brand.
Glenn?
Thank you to our sponsors. We really appreciate you giving us the opportunity to do this and be behind us as we help the families in this community. Our next picture here is called Floating Forms 10. This is also acrylic, and the Floating Form is an optimistic piece filled with color and light. So right away, again, that's what will draw your attention to this piece is the color. It's a floating form series of paintings evolved from the abundance of different things: lentils, olives, grapes, wine bottles, and barrels. So this already got me thinking about food, thinking about thinking about something to drink.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the technique is funny because it is acrylic, but what I'm learning, when you're doing this art, it's more than just paintbrushes that you're using.
Yeah.
You're using all different kind of tools to make these things happen. Again, it's enjoyable to see this artwork. Andrea she's a native of Northern Virginia with an engineering background. Andrea Sybeck worked in the software industry, studied painting and printmaking along the way, and finally left the techie world and started to paint. We are very happy. She's won multiple awards for doing her artwork, and she has 2 other items that are on there. When you're on HandBid, all you have to do is look up her name is Andrea Sybeck, Cybyk. Look at her artwork, and you may not bid on this one, but bid on her other artwork. Okay, again, whatever you bid on there, part of it comes to us. So we're just happy to have this artwork in here. Okay.
And just real quick, capturing on the artwork. If there's something in there that may not tickle your fancy, you can always donate. We have several different ways of donating, and the money goes to a great cause. And I'll just give you one because I don't want to take too much time. But for every $100 we raise, Loudoun Cares can connect 108 volunteers with local nonprofits to help support their missions and populations via the online volunteer center. So again, there's 4 different options on how they can use that $100. So, again, you can do $100, you can donate $500, you can do $1,000, $5,000, and then the big Mama Jamma is the $20,000. Our goal is to raise, a significant amount of money to be able to make a bigger impact in the community. So again, if there's something on there that you may not like, or you're not sure, you can still donate, and we'd be happy to, I would say this crudely, but happy to take your money because it's going to a good cause.
So the next piece that we have 2 pieces, and this is kind of unique because we have the preparatory drawing, and then we also have the final piece itself. But this is by a renowned artist. His name is Mark Priest. And over the last 13 years, he focused on Underground Railroad conductor Harry Tubman. He did the early life of Frederick Douglass, slavery in Maryland, and the Freedom Seekers. He's traveled all through New York, Maryland, Delaware, and Canada, retracing the steps of the slave trails to their route to freedom. So if you look at the coloring of it, it'll capture you because of the different blends that he used, and you can actually look at this and you can see the emotions in the people who are coming through this period of time, and it's an era of our time that some people don't like to talk about, but it's something that happened, and for him to go back through and trace the routes and give that history is phenomenal, and this is a great piece. This is the first time I've seen where you have actually the drawing before the painting.
Right.
So you can get both of these items, and the thing about both of these items, they're donations.
That's beautiful.
So for a renowned artist to come in and donate these things to us is awesome.
Yeah.
But you can get both paintings today. Mark Priest is a classically trained artist. He's got degrees. One of them people. He's got degrees. You see all these degrees. Louisville, Yale.
Yeah.
But boy, I tell you, I got mine from New York, public streets, places like that. But he's been there. But what I do like is over these last years, as I said, his mission is to retrace the steps of the Underground Railroad, which we've learned so much about in history, and to go back to that time and to focus on that, but bringing this in a way that we can understand, and you do it through art and through the coloring of it, and it just brings out the body of the work.
Yeah.
So
and it's definitely telling a story because as you can look at it, outside something's going outside something's going on, but on the inside there's a young lady sitting at a table by really just capturing the essence of the picture.
Yeah, it's definitely shown shown by, well, okay, so I got off track. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so this was donated, excuse me. It was donated, that's okay. It's donated by the owner, but not the artist. That makes it even more outstanding.
Yes.
That makes it more outstanding
Thank
to
you.
have something. So we really appreciate you. And again, there's no supply chain problem here.
No.
So if you're gonna rush out and buy some art, we have it. We have art right here.
Yeah.
But this piece of art, the colors is what grabs me. This is a very vibrant.
Yeah.
Vibrant piece. So you get two pieces, and I do want to thank the owner for donating this
Yeah.
to a great cause. Okay, so we're to the right. So this is Chiffon Vibes. Correct the name. Ajit? Arish? Arish.
Thank you.
All right, that's one of the names I was gonna buy. I told you I was gonna do it.
That was our disclaimer
That
at the
was
beginning.
disclaimer. And the last name? Okay, so Arish. But this is an oil painting, and is Arish here? Do we know? Oh, well,
that's
come on.
perfect.
What you doing there? When you get on down here, you're gonna have me mess up your name first of all, and then you're gonna sit back and chill. Here you go.
You come right over here with your painting.
Hello, guys. Thank you.
Oh, pleasure.
First of all, thank you so much. It's an honor to be here with you. This is my second time participation in this auction.
Thank you.
First time was last year. We did this virtually. It was a success as well. I got one of my artworks sold. So hopefully I will do this again. Finger crossed. And thank you so much. Honestly, personally, I worked in community service for a long time. I was an employee for the United Nations for more than 15 years. So, and I know what's the pleasure that a person can get helping communities in need, helping children, people that go under severe and stressful environments. So I believe in charity. I believe in giving. I believe in donations. It gives me a pleasure and peace of mind and heart. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and it's an honor to be with you.
So talk to us a little bit about your
Thank
painting.
you. Personally, nowadays I'm studying art and design with the Rhode Island School of Design. I'm a painter, and this artwork is literally the reflections of one of my scarves, and that reflects all these colors. The colors you see, it's actually a merge of one of my scarves. Is twisted in a way, so it gives that reflections and the beauty. And this is one of 3 artworks. Each has its different colors. It gets into this abstract theme, but I believe it's nice, and it could decorate any home and wall in any house.
Yeah, yes.
I work in home design. I'm a designer. I work in furniture industry too. So I live and work in Loudoun County, and it's a pleasure and honor to be one of the community. Thank you so much.
One question we have for you. You said you like to use oil colors. Why?
Yes. You can get zillion colors out of oil colors. I usually use 3 basic colors with white, but I'm able to generate any color you want out of the 3 colors.
Well, thank you very much. Well, thank you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. We appreciate this. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. You got to say this thing. Next, we have portrait of Blue Jay.
Svetlana.
That name? Svetlana? Svetlana.
We might as well just get
You
her
you
down
just
here
may come down
and
here
sit
and,
down and just-
come on, let's do this, Donna. And it's called Blue Jay. And the beauty, the thing is, as I was looking, and we were looking at this when it was upstairs, and I was talking to you about quilling, because we had to find out, well, what is quilling?
Yeah, didn't know anything about
didn't
quilling.
know what quilling was, but now you see it. What a technique, because it is paper. It's strips of paper rolled up on this, and this is phenomenal. If you can see this up close, of the time that was spent in there, it is just amazing. And this artist became a full-time quilling artist in 2016, in a journey through England. But she takes these papers and manipulates them into different shapes to create her design. And this is the bluebird.
Yeah.
And this is a fantastic piece of work.
And you really can't, when you showed it to me for the first time, I really didn't see it until you got up close.
Until you got it close up.
And then you were able to see what quilling truly was. And again, it's, if you're looking for a piece that is a conversation piece, this is one of them, because it has a story behind it.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing about this, and I hadn't seen this, but she teaches this in quilling workshops around the Virginia, from Richmond to Herndon, around the area. But that is just a remarkable thing to see this to be done at a paper. It's just incredible. But she also has other artwork in here, and it's called a floral jellyfish. And when you see that too, just again, you have to take another look, because you think it's a painting per se, but it's done with
And this one currently has one bid on it, so.
Oh no, you need to step your game up with this one. Yeah, no.
So if you're, because we know we got people. I think you can stream this. This is being streamed, right?
This is being streamed.
So whether you're sitting at home with your glass of red wine, Chardonnay, or a wine cooler, hit that button on your app and get the bid.
Most definitely, because this is a piece that you would definitely enjoy, and it's definitely a conversation piece. Again, you have to really experience it by getting up close and looking at it. It's a great piece of work.
Yeah.
All right, now we have the duel. And this is fascinating too, because this is also from recycled textiles. But the artist is Kelly Ladahall, and she's an artist who deals with these different things. She in textiles, she creates these 3D effects, and when you see it, it's just something else to be up close there and see.
Yeah,
with how she has that, and she when she does like these pieces that display fashion. It's all about fashion.
Yeah,
and she loves to incorporate that in her art, but this is all from recyclable goods that she used.
Yeah.
Use fabric scraps or whatever to bring this out. But again, it's almost 3D. Like when you look, it is 3D.
And this was inspired by from Fashion Week, so that's something I've always wanted to experience, is Fashion Week in New York.
But we can do that.
I mean, that is your neck of the woods. So.
What we can do is stop by DC Prime.
Get a crack.
And take the train, go up to New York.
Yep.
And go to Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Yeah. And hopefully we see some more of this kind of art.
Now, you said she has another piece?
She has another piece, has one item, and it's called Shoes. And this one you definitely have to see. Okay. It's a great piece. But again, this type of art, whether it's recycled or post-consumer textiles, it's just fascinating stuff. Yeah. And again, it doesn't have a bid on it, but again...
Well, you know what? And I think the reason is because there's people out there that are either in the audience or streaming it that have a fashion background that may be sitting in their room right now drawing something out. They need this piece there. This will inspire them to, get that new suit that I may want in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. So our next piece is blooms. So this is it's an oil piece. It's Mari Kali. Okay.
We're just waiting for confirmation.
Okay, she's
distracted.
Calais. But it's an oil painting, and this oil painting was created during the pandemic. She's born and raised in Romania. But listen, this was so fascinating and brings all this art together. She was born and raised in Romania, and for the later part of her life lived abroad in Italy, United States, and South Korea. So when she paints, she brings all those cultures into her painting. And she's won international award. She's an international photographer, avid painter, and she has exhibitions in Seoul, Korea, and in DC. And she's also what they call a mixed artist. So she works with, all different types of mixed media. I'm saying mixed media artists.
Right.
But Blooms is one of those paintings, and again, doing it with oil. She's done just a great, fantastic job. And again, the thing about it is when you travel abroad and you expose yourself to all these other things.
It displays in your artwork.
Yes.
It definitely displays in your artwork. And she has, I don't know if you said this, so forgive me. She has 2 other paintings that I believe that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
2 other paintings in the auction. Again, look her up. It's abstract, Num 100 and Greek window.
Yeah.
But again, being a mixed artist, it's always great to see the type of work they can bring. So, I mean, this artwork has 1 bid, but we can get up to 2 or 3.
I think there's someone that's interested. They see the color palette. They see what they could be working with, and we should get that by 2 to 3 by 10 o'clock.
By 10 o'clock. Yeah. And again, it's great color. I mean, the color just stands out to you. So very vibrant.
Definitely.
Okay, now this next piece that we're about to see is called Simplicity. And Louis, is he here? He was going to come down and talk about his piece, but that's okay. We'll talk about this. This piece is kind of unique here because it's simple beauty, he says, but it's in the wood frame, but it lights up.
Yeah, and they put the lights up top, but I'm not sure how it works.
Yeah, it lights up. There's a remote. You plug it in. There's a remote, and you can light this up. But it's simplicity, and when you light up, it would change the mood of the piece itself. So you have it during the day. You light that thing up at night, and it's a great piece. But it's just simple. And the thing I like about this is look at that butterfly on that orange, and the orange is so appealing and just stands out to you. That's one of the great features. He's a self-taught artist at that too, and he lives here in Virginia. But as you look at it, man, you can really taste that orange, though, boy.
Yeah, I mean that's a good glass of orange juice. But going back to, he's a self-taught artist.
Yeah, self-taught.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
And just and so last year he had this big egg. And I mean, that thing was looking so good.
He had a what?
It was an egg.
An egg?
Yeah.
That was last year?
That was last year. He put an egg in there, and then the thing about that egg is, when you come home, you had a few.
Yeah.
You see that egg?
Scrambled eggs.
There you go. So now, he also he's got donuts and chocolate drips.
I saw that one. Sorry. Got ahead of myself. No, I did see that one.
He got a little excited about that.
Yeah, because it was the glaze. It had oh yeah.
Yeah. That donut looked good.
It did.
So my thing is, if you want an orange when you come home late at night and you want it lit up, you definitely got to get this one.
And I'm curious to see what the effect of the light does with the painting, because that would be, that would definitely
add. They said it changes the mood, but it would bring out, because this piece as it sits there in front of you.
Right.
It's just something else. He calls it simply beautiful, but it just stands up out at you.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it.
And again, going back to said, it's a conversation piece. Being able to light it up, it's definitely a conversation piece.
And so Louis has worked recently featured on the cover of Leesburg Lifestyle magazine, and you know what it was? Flying hamburger. Yeah, this dude he be out there. He's got this food thing going on.
He does.
Yeah.
Flying hamburger.
Flying hamburger.
With the donuts.
With the donuts and eggs.
And an orange.
And an orange. So yeah, he's got that's my
And
man
this one's
Louis.
got 1 bid on it. So again, we're the goal is to let's get a bidding war going on these pieces of art. But this is an amazing piece right here.
Yeah, so again, as we're talking about here, here's another case where you can understand what we're able to do with your monies here at Loudoun Cares. We have been working with a case manager from an area agency on an aging to assist a 62-year-old teacher who had some medical difficulties due to COVID. She used all of her sick leave and was now found herself in a place where she could not continue with work due to having a stroke and neurological, conditions. We helped her to apply for state rental relief program, securing 4 months of rent. We were able get her gas and grocery cards. After finding out that she had to give her only companion with her rescue dog, we were able to secure a dog food frontline and even connect with someone that could come by and help with the dog. Small things like with helping our clients focus on fulfilling disabilities and other issues. We do everything we can to help, however we can, to assist those that reach out to us. So it's a collaborative effort that requires good communications and relationships. So again, these are just some of those things that where you can know that Loudoun Cares what we do with the money that we receive from you today.
Yeah, and also just to piggyback off of you, Glenn, I think one of the things that I also want to address is for every $500 we raise, Loudoun Cares can provide 20 hours of ConnectLine staff time to support families looking for resources. And again, like I said before, the dollar amount that they reach makes a big impact on what they can do. So we're excited about that. And again, we're just, if you're able to donate, please donate, because the money goes to a great cause, and it allows Loudoun Cares to, again, to do a little bit more reaching out into the community and helping those families in need.
Yeah, most definitely. So please bid on these arts, and they are great works of art. So we're going on to our next piece of art. It's called Leaves Under the Sun, and it's by artist Maria Brito. And this is acrylic painting. It's a plant with 3 leaves with the autumn colors expressing vitality under the sun. So Maria was born in Caracas, Venezuela, and she's an artist that loves nature, and her work is described by some as a mixture of modern impressionism, fantasy, and nature. So as with all her paintings, this is a vibrant color, and you can see that what captures your eyes right away, Alex, when you look at that.
What captures my eyes?
Mm-hmm. But when you look at the painting, what do you see?
Outside of the leaves?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, sorry. No, I think it's what it does. It's the color of the leaves, everything. I mean, what kind of paint? I mean, what is the style?
This
oil?
is acrylic. It's
acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, not knowing a lot about it, it's just the amazing the way that the artist can use any form of paint or any form of style of painting and capture the essence of what they're painting. And I mean, it just brings the leaves to life.
Yeah, when you have an artist like herself who's into nature and loves nature, when you see her work, you can see that's what her focus is.
Yeah.
And then she captures all these things. So when her artist's eyes, when she's looking at things as she's walking through nature, these are things that stick and resonate with her.
Right.
And
she's able to capture it.
Able to capture it out and make it bold. You see how bold it is that just standing there. So this piece here, if you love nature, is definitely a great piece. Now, we don't have anybody bidding on that yet, but again, you're still early, you're still learning, and you're still hearing more about these items, but please do your research on these, but these are some great pictures.
Well, I think the reason that they may not know, and correct me if I'm wrong, this one has 2 other pieces with it. Well, not with it, but there's 2 other pieces that
are on display.
With this one. So if you're looking at this one, also look at the other 2 that the artist has done, because it's a great combination to have all 3 that you may want with the this one here. But it's an amazing piece of work.
Yeah, one of the other pieces that she has, I don't have the other name, but it's Autumn Memory. So if you look at that, look that up, you'll definitely see her paintings. Just great work that she does.
Right.
Our next
that's what I like.
picture, and this is definitely one you're going to talk about, is VR.
Yeah.
That's the title, VR, and it's by the artist Taylor Holtz, this is a digitalized photograph, and I'll let you go ahead and talk about it.
Well, this one, I mean, when I saw this one, it kind of took me back to, and again, if you're on your phone or whatever, you need to pull it up on a tablet or something. It reminds me of The Matrix. It kind of like sci-fi type thing. But I think I like this is because of what she's saying about technology and humans. And it really resonates in the picture that whether you're looking at it as is technology taking over or whatever, but this, again, I've said it before, is definitely a conversation piece. And there's 2 other paintings, 2 other prints up there too that kind of symbolize it the same thing. So, again, however you're looking at this, zoom in and look at each individual and how there's a mechanics or something tied to it, or on the other paintings. But it's it's very, very cool on how this was done.
And it brings a point. It's very thought provoking.
Yeah.
It's like, when does it stop? When does these things stop? And the human interaction begins.
Yes. Yeah. And she's captured that in each one because each one has something that deals with both sides of it. So,
yeah, we're definitely want to think about that, because with Loudoun Cares, what we're talking about is that human interaction.
Yep.
And to see something like this and to think like, okay, would we let this get in the way of touching others?
Right.
Or that. So, yeah. Great piece.
Yep.
Okay.
So I guess at this time, we're going to take a 10-minute break, and this will get time for you guys to refreshen, for those at home, refreshen your Chardonnay, your Zinfandel, and your wine coolers. And we will be back in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe if we.
I agree
we'll
with
get
you.
warm.
Because right here, that's all cold. You know what I'm saying, right? It's all cold up here.
It's actually numb.
We need
I'm numb
we
now,
need a
so it's-
painting of a nice hot fire.
Yes.
Do you have one of those?
Definitely.
Huh? You can't do heat.
All right, welcome back to the party. Are you ready to bid some more? Woohoo! We're waiting for that fire painting. All right. So, can I tell my story now, or all right? I'm going to just tell you a story about Loudoun Cares and just one gentleman who Loudoun Care really made a difference for. Recently, we assisted a single dad who was homeless after fleeing from the place they were staying in Fairfax. The dad was afraid for the safety of his 6-year-old son, who he believed had been a victim of sexual abuse from the people they were renting a room from. He had come to Loudoun and gotten a hotel room to start looking for a new place to live. He had run out of funds to stay in the hotel while waiting to go into the new place. If he paid the hotel bill, he wouldn't have had enough money for the first month's rent that he owed. And to add to the situation, the hotel was demanding payment in order for the two to remain in the hotel. We were able to assist this family with 4 nights of a hotel to get them up until their move date. And we were able to do this in less than an hour once we got the required documentation from the hotel and the client. So it's just a beautiful story, and it's just the simple things, just a little foot up can really help people. And thank you, Loudoun Cares, and thank you all of the people who help support it. I'm a registered nurse, and I work for the county. I'm a psychiatric nurse, and I know firsthand people who we've referred to Loudoun Cares to try to find information about nonprofits in the community. So it definitely, even if it's just a 1-month rent or 1 night in a hotel, sometimes that can really, really be what a person needs when they're at rock bottom just to get going again. So yes, really, really, thank you so much for all of that. Also, just as a volunteer and looking for places to volunteer, it's fun sometimes just to go to that site too and just see what's out there. There's a lot of fun things going on in the community that are to help as well, but you can get involved. There's fashion shows, you can volunteer at schools. If you have a skill, you can teach a class. So it's just a wonderful opportunity to offer your services as well. And so, I know I'm really proud to be a part of it and to refer a person in need to the site, just in case they need some help. We've been working with people from the Loudoun County Public School System to help a single mother who's been displaced from her home. The mother was living with her brother's family in a 2-bedroom apartment with a total of 8 people. The complex found out how many people were living in the apartment and asked them to leave. And now both families have to find a new home. And Loudoun Cares is the organization that's going to help them do that. And so it's just a wonderful thing to know that people aren't just out there without any support. So it's just another example of what we're here for. We're raising money for that. Whether you buy a painting or not, you definitely have an opportunity to support Loudoun Cares. You can buy the paddle and raffle tickets, and that's just another way that you get to add some color to this landscape of volunteers and donors. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, Glenn, I'll hand it back to you.
All right, so here we go. Alex, do you want to talk about something?
Yeah, just want to kind of piggyback off of that regarding the gift basket and really tantalize you with some of more of the items in there. And again, if I didn't mention it the first 2 times, it's the $100 gift card from DC Prime. And then also, for those, because the holiday season is coming up soon, the $500 perfume basket from Macy's at Dulles Town Center. So just a little hint there. And one of the things I also wanted to, again, speak on is for every $1,000 we raise, Loudoun Cares can provide coordinated services and identify referral services for 20 families in need. So again, your donations will go to a great cause and it will make a huge impact in the community. Thank you.
And the thing the most about those $1,000 is because it provides 40 hours for the ConnectLine. staff time to support the families looking for resources. The ConnectLine is truly a lifeline to the county, and Loudoun Cares does so much work with the ConnectLine. People, even now more than ever because of the pandemic and all the things that are going on around us, people need that ConnectLine. So we need to keep that ConnectLine going because that's the window into what we do. So I do ask that you support, and the bids are coming in, and I'm glad to hear that the bids are coming in. Again, we're just two guys here that's sitting here having fun with you, but it's for a very serious cause. So please support Loudoun Cares. And here's one of my favorites. And listen, the reason why it makes it one of my favorites, it's a donation. When a donation, what happens?
Everything goes to us. Not
all
us.
No.
Loudoun Cares.
No.
Not us.
No.
Loudoun Cares.
So we like donations.
We do.
That's a good D word right there. Donations.
Yes.
So what we have here is the Leesburg Sunset. And I don't know why. It's maybe because you guys live in the county, whatever, but everything that comes with Leesburg sells well, and we love it. We love it. And we love having these artists, the local artists, do something with the Leesburg. So it's Leesburg Sunset. It's by Russ Mardon, and it's an acrylic painting. This is so beautiful. I mean, just looking at it, and it really captures it. The sunset, the brightness, the colors. Alexander, being the art aficionado that you are, where would you hang this?
Where would I hang that? Oh, that's a great question. I honestly don't know. I mean, because it has all types of colors in it, and it's a conversation piece, and I'm not sure where I would hang it, but I do want to add, onto this that this painting was done off of a picture.
Correct.
So to be able to capture from what they saw in the picture to the painting, it's living room. As I talk, it hits me. Living room.
Living room?
Yep.
Definitely. And it's autumn. You can see it's autumn time of the year, and it's around this time of year now.
Yeah.
But you would never know with 80-degree weather that it's autumn, but we'll talk about
that's
it.
another story.
That's another story. But Russ tries for both meaning and beauty in his paintings, and he definitely captured it. I mean, those colors, you can actually see the sunset. And what's so unique, you see the sunset, and then there's the moon.
Yeah.
Right there, coming right into view.
Yeah.
You have the moon going there. And Russ also has two other paintings in this auction. It has Pale Orchard and Old Barn Door. And again, if you're looking on HandBid, you can type in his name or type in the paintings, and they'll pop up, and you can go ahead and bid on it. So one bid now, but let me tell you, that sunset, I guess somebody took that painting because the screen just disappeared. So somebody bought it. I love it. I love it. I think it's back. It's back. That means they didn't buy it. So we got to make sure they buy it. Okay, but again, it's a donation, and Loudoun Cares receives 100% of those proceeds, and it is acrylic, and it's 12 by 9. So if you're looking to see where that painting will go, definitely. So if you love the scenery around Leesburg, this is definitely a painting for you.
Yes.
All right, so we're going on to our next painting here, and this is Giraffe and Oxpecker. And I'm going to say the first name, and you're going to say the last name. It's Maggie Stein Hilper. Thank you. I said it. It was perfect. And another one thing I like about it, it's that D word.
Donation.
It's a donation, so 100%.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love this, man. 100% goes to us. So this is again, like you say, it was referenced by a photograph taken, and this photograph was taken in Tanzania, Africa.
Wow.
And the giraffe is just chilling, and this oxpeckers are just there. But I like this. It's about nature, and it's a medium where she loves it so much that it just brings out, with the colors. I'm a guy that, what's the first thing that captures you when you look at these paintings are the colors. They draw you in.
Yeah.
And it also takes your mind goes back into, okay, you relate. You're in a safari. You're around all the green and everything. Great picture.
Yeah. And I think that the detail in the face is amazing. Again, you know, it's you're just in awe. I'm just in awe on just how the artist can capture the detail of anything and put it, you know, the way they do it is just mind blowing.
You know, an ongoing theme I see here, and again, as two people, we're really learning this art is if you're a person that loves nature, then you really pour into that nature, and you bring those different styles, those different things you see as you're amongst nature, and different things as an artist that capture your mindset.
Right.
You know,
Yep. Most definitely.
And
Most
again,
definitely.
Working with watercolors.
Yeah.
But so Maggie has some other arts that you can research, Maggie, and take a look. And she said another passion is birds. Anything with birds. So again, but you again are transformed when you're looking at this picture. You're transformed to where she was at the time of this.
Yeah.
This was taken.
Yep.
So good. All right. Now our next painting here, again by Maggie, and it is acrylic. Now, I have to say, this here, as soon as I saw the painting, I was like, I seen this guy.
If you don't know this,
if you don't know this guy, so
he's all over Leesburg.
He's called the Flag Man, but this gentleman here, he's been around Leesburg a long time. He's always on his bike, and he always puts the American flag out at different points.
Yep.
And he's kind of unique gentleman. I have not had an opportunity to talk to him, but I'll see him stand out, and he'll either salute the flag, or people will just stop and take pictures of him on it. But he rides his bike around town and has all these flags on him. So he's a local icon, I would have to say. You know?
You always see him coming.
You
can
always
always see
see
him coming. And
always.
even I've seen him on different locations, and he's putting flags up. And not only is he saluting, but he's also dancing.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
he's also dancing. It's like he loves the country, and that's fantastic, and I love it. And it's just his charismatic, the way he just carries himself. It's just amazing. And for that, you know, to be able to capture it in this artwork, I mean, I saw it and I was like, that's amazing. Because like you said, if you're in Leesburg, you know who this guy is.
Oh, most definitely.
You already know who this guy is. So again, going back to conversation pieces, this piece will be that piece where they're like, why do you have a guy on a bike in your living room? And it starts with a story. This gentleman, you know, so you're telling a story about Leesburg, and that's a great piece to have.
Yeah, and if you don't see him on a bike, you'll see him in his car.
Yep.
His car, and he has flags all on his car and everything like that. But it's something you expect to see.
Yeah.
Now I hope as people drive around, they look for this gentleman here, and because it's really he'll do a little ceremony.
Yes, he always does.
He does a little ceremony, and he does a little dance, and it's great to see.
Yeah.
You know, so he's been around for a minute. But
it's good that they captured him. You know,
most
in
definitely.
the artwork. I mean, it's one thing to have an article of people see or take pictures, but for someone to be able to paint them, and you know, and it's now here. That's great.
And it's also you're taking a piece home with you.
Yeah.
You know, again, as I said earlier, you can always spend your money on lottery tickets or do the FanDuel and all that. That's all great, but you don't know where your money's going.
Yeah.
Here, you do know where your money's going, as we provide information to you that says how you can help with the ConnectLine, how you heard the stories of different families being supported. That's where the money's going to. And then not only that, you're taking a piece of art home with you.
Right.
And you do really accomplish. But you know what? One thing, we, even though we're saying this, we're doing generational change.
Yes.
By helping families, you're affecting generations. So it's just not one person. So when you buy this art, you're supporting generations.
Yeah.
You're supporting generations. So just keep that in mind.
Right.
Again, so as we reach that $50,000 goal.
Oh, gosh,
We're going to get that tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
If not, everybody that's in this room is stuck, and we're going to get credit cards, and we're going to make that $50,000.
And I got my swiper, square swipe.
So we're right here. So
we're good.
don't leave. All right. So But in all seriousness, I appreciate all of you. So Andrea Syback, we had her here once. We talked about her art as she had earlier in here, and this is the second piece that Andrea has. And again, Andrea does textured layers of work. She does it on acrylic, on paper, and just the details and the color of Andrea's work. It's a multiple texture layers were created using a printmaking briar and a gelatin plate to transfer paint to paper. So this is another process that as we're learning and go on. Because again, with me coming up, you just did artwork,
right?
But there's different techniques into that, and so this is a. When you do this process, I'm not sure you can actually can control it,
right.
But what the results that come out are just awesome. I mean, this I like this work because of the colors it brings.
Yeah. And one of the things, again, I guess in a lot of the paintings that we see is the reds and the orange, and it's really capturing that autumn. I mean, and again, for those that are looking on your app and everything, these paintings really represent the time that we're in, the fall time, and I think they would be a great piece in your home, any room in your home, because it really does. It's, Leesburg artists and, the color structure that they're using really just fits the fall time.
And I like you said, the colors, because this is called Sapphire and Sunset. So as your eye looks at this and you're captured by the different colors, it makes sense, like you said, with the orange, because that is designed to draw you in. Yeah. And then, art, some of this art is what you interpret it as, what you see and what captures you. Yeah. And I like how there's different layers of colors, and it just goes so well. You're looking at the blues at the top, and however you want to call a piece. So this is Andrea Syback. This is the second piece that we have here, and we have a bid on it. But I think again, once you see and look at it and interpret that picture, we'll get other bids.
Well, I think the bidding should go up, and then when they come and pick it up, that should be their shocker. Be like, wow.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think they should go ahead and start bidding now.
Yes,
and then pick it up before 10:00 p.m. today.
Yep. We don't ship them.
No, we don't, because we don't have any supply chain issues.
But you can come right here and pick them up.
We can come right here and pick it up
tomorrow,
between 10 and 1 p.m.
Okay.
10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yeah. But today, by 10 p.m.
And Valerie will be here to help you.
Yeah, so you're good.
Yeah, Valerie.
Yeah, it's Valerie.
Yeah. If you know Valerie,
you'll get it.
You'll get it. Mm-hmm. And you better be on time when you come to Valerie.
Yeah.
So but a great picture here. Now, you know what? This is what I've been waiting for.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't have to say nothing.
Nope.
Because
I actually talked to him.
I talked to him too.
I talked to him more.
I talked to him. He's my friend. I guarantee you he'll come down here and say, my friend Glenn.
No, he didn't hear what he said before.
Oh, okay. So we're going to talk to this young man because his artwork is very interesting.
Oh yeah, especially that piece over there.
Yeah.
These two pieces that are coming up are amazing, but that piece over there.
All right. We're going to bring down Robin, my friend, my artist friend. And he's going to talk about his pictures, and he has a couple down here, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
And we're going to have to talk to him about his technique.
Yep.
I've never met either of these guys. And we're going to get you a microphone. And my new friend, Robbie.
No. Ask him what kind of flowers they are. All right. Turn it over to you.
We'll turn it over to you, Robbie.
Hey, first of all, this is my second year participating with the Loudoun Cares, and I want to say thank you because it's a great opportunity for me, but I also think more importantly, it's a great cause. So thank you. As far as these two paintings go, a number of people have asked me tonight what kind of flowers they are, and honestly, I have no idea. What I was trying to do, the thought behind it was, you can sometimes look at, a tree or flowers or something at different times of day, or on different days, And, the same thing that you're looking at looks differently, based on when you're looking at it. And that was kind of the point behind the two of those, that you could look at essentially the same thing, flowers, but then just the lighting, the coloring, and everything kind of changes it to, sometimes to dramatic effect. And that was the point behind both of these paintings. So.
Awesome, thank you. So now we one you like to paint in acrylic.
Yes.
Now, when I talk to other artists and they always say acrylic is good, but you have to so it dries fast. But when you're blending, how does that work for you? Because I know it dries fast, but you got to also try to blend.
Sure. You work fast. Here's the thing. A couple of things behind acrylic. Yes, you do have to work somewhat fast because it dries fast, but you can also keep going back and coloring over it, and that actually adds quite a bit of texture, like this one, because I know this isn't just one sitting that I did this on, and some of the previous colors come through, and I think that adds to the to the overall effect. So, what some people look at as a disadvantage, I actually look at it as an advantage because it works to my favor with those two.
Well, the reason why I say you're my friend and not his friend is because you did the D word, a donation.
Yes.
Talk about this painting here for
us, please. Okay, well, this one, I did the overall painting, and I mean, I guess it's an abstract of Earth, and the the colors and all that. And then I thought it needed something more than just that. So my favorite novel of all time is The Great Gatsby. And I read it over and over again about every 2-3 years. And I happened to be reading it at the time. And the quote in here is actually from the book. And the quote actually has nothing to do with this painting directly. But then it does, because the quote was talking about, I'll read the quote. It's, in his blue gardens, men and girls came and went like moths among the whisperings and the champagne and the stars. And it's actually talking about the random people that were showing up at Gatsby's parties. But then I also thought that, in the context of this painting, in a weird way, it kind of applies to people on Earth and life in general, the coming and going nature of everything, and nothing's permanent, that sort of thing. So completely out of context, the quote works. So that was the thought behind it.
So that's called the Blue Gardens.
Yes.
And you came up with the title how?
Blue Gardens was actually, there's some reference, I think either. Oh, no, it's right there in the first line. I actually did include it in the quote. It's part of the quote, so, hence Blue Gardens.
Gotcha, okay. What, it says you're expressing, what type of artist do you call yourself and why?
He and I had this conversation earlier. I just call myself a contemporary.
You talked to him behind my back?
I did.
Woo. Check, please.
I just call myself a contemporary artist because I don't have, obviously from the flowers paintings to this, I kind of run the gamut as far as the types of paintings I do and the subjects that I focus on. It could be anywhere from people to abstracts to, to flowers to anything really, street scenes, that kind of thing. So, I don't know that I could be nailed down to, one thing. So contemporary artist just seems like the overall umbrella term.
So where can we see more of your art? Or do you showcase your art, or do you have a website that you go to?
Yeah, I have a website, artunes.com, artunes68.com, and then at artunes68 on Instagram. I'm showing all over DC, the local area, sometimes in New York. So I'm kind of up and down the East Coast.
All right. Well, thank you for contributing once again. I know you contributed last year, and again, like you said, it's a great cause, and we appreciate what you got going on. And we got to get you a bit on this. Thank you. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Thank you, Ron. Oh, they don't know if we're here. Okay. So again, we need people to bid on that, and that last piece that we just looked at was called Loudoun Partners.
But this just in, we have one.
We
bid
have a
on
bid on it.
We have one bid.
Hey, Ron, you did it, my man.
We got
there,
one
you
bid.
got a bid on it. Yeah,
Excellent. Thank
That's
you.
what I'm talking.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's do this. So I guess we're doing something effective. I guess we're doing something effective for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they like me.
Oh, they like you. Okay. So is that? So this is the picture you pointed out right away. This is Carolyn Baselli Bagan. It's an all painted. It's called Italy Awaits. What drew you to this painting as we were walking through?
Italy Awaits. What drew me to it was the house, because if you look at it, you can see yourself sitting in the chairs overlooking the ocean. You know what I mean? Again, whether it's your Zinfandel, your red wine, or your wine cooler, you could see yourself overlooking the ocean with some good pasta and just enjoying everything. That's what drew it to me. It's a great painting.
No, and I like it. I like, I mean, very detailed.
Yeah.
The blues. I'm attracted to those blues in those chairs.
That is the chairs.
That's
the chairs.
It's the chairs.
It's very relaxing.
It's very relaxing.
Because if you look at it, you can actually see yourself walking out of that villa or the cottage, walking down to the chair, sitting down and overlooking the ocean. Tell me you can't see that.
I can see it with wine from
DC
Prime.
Prime? With a crab cake and
French fries.
Mm-hmm.
And we can have it there. But and the blues and the greens and the detail of, look at that staircase. Look at that stair. You know, as you're coming down those stairs right there.
Catching the iron, the railing, the roof line, and all that. It's an amazing piece.
And we have those are some great colors.
And we have a bid on it too.
We have a bid, but how about getting 2 bids on that one? 3. Maybe 3.
Yeah, because then they go back and forth.
Right. So if you don't see it, it's an oil painting.
Mm-hmm.
So again, working with acrylic oil, and this really captures it. We got the trees behind, but again, my eyes with art, it's what draws you to it.
Right.
And right away, to me, draws me to those chairs. I mean, that blue on those chairs.
And the title even is really hinting on what they should do next. Once you buy the painting, you book your flight to Italy. See what they knew exactly what they were doing.
You good at wine.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
So if you bid, maybe we can go to Italy.
I don't think
money.
they're
That's
gonna
not
take us.
going to go with us. We're not going to do that.
No.
But you know what? As we're waiting, and again, we're talking about bidding, and here's why you should bid more. Because Stephanie is going to talk to us a little bit more about one of our stories and tell us about how we can get that bidding going.
I'm gonna crash your party, Lynn. This is
why?
This is one of my favorite artists of all time. Okay, this is Anne Stein, and if those of you who don't know, Anne is a local artist who paints in what's called encaustic painting. Okay, so she makes her own paint with mixing pigment with an Indian resin, and then she mixes it with wax and paints with a blowtorch. Okay, this is the same technique that was used by the ancient Egyptians and the Greeks in coating their sarcophaguses. Sarcophagi? We had an argument about that. I'm not exactly sure what, but essentially the house will fall down around this painting and this will be, as beautiful as it is today. If you want to clean this painting, you take a damp cloth and you wipe it. It's indestructible. But, she's the kind of person who so adores her craft that she spent a year just painting sky. And that's what you're seeing here is the kind of, the painterly style, which few encaustic painters actually do. A lot of encaustic painting is abstract. But this painting and a couple of the other Einstein paintings are no bids yet. And I want you to jump right into this because this is a steal. I have 2 Einsteins, one I spent $2,100 for, and maybe that's because I'm crazy about it, but I happen to think that she's a great investment and just a beautiful person too. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about Einstein. Thanks.
Thank you so much. It really is beautiful too. My goodness, when you look at it up close.
Is that Frosted Lights? Which is that
Is it
Frosted Lights?
Frosted Lights? Is that the name of it? Okay.
Frosted Lights.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so there's just so many stories, and I could go on with things that I've witnessed. Some of the nonprofits in our community include places that help women who have come from they're just coming out of an abusive situation at home, and a lot of times when women come out of those situations, they're struggling financially and they don't really have any place to go, and so there is DARS in our community, which uses volunteers, and I believe we are pretty active in referring people onto them as well. And we have some other stories. I think we talked about right here, the single mom of 4, and due to COVID, she's experienced increased domestic violence, which we've heard about has been on the increase since COVID. With everyone being so isolated at home, it didn't make it any easier. Anyway, she's left, and she was helped by LAWS, the Loudoun Abused Women's Shelter, and she's moved to a new apartment. I know, it's hard to stop it once it gets going. That's the show that's running through the anyway. Okay, so we worked with her, got her into an apartment complex where that she was able to get some rental relief at the state level, and connected her with some job services and food distribution. So I'm just really thankful to the LAWS for doing what they do. I have met several people who've been helped by your organization, and some of whom are actually going to school to become nurse practitioners right now, who at one time were in a situation where they just needed a helping hand. And so thank you for the donations over the years and the volunteering. And also anyone that has a skill, you can teach a class at that organization as well. So there's lots of, you can go to the Loudoun Cares website there at the Volunteer Center and see opportunities where your skills can be used to teach a class, to maybe give some people exposure to new things, new skills that maybe they've never tried before. It might be just the one thing that triggers a career opportunity for them in the future. Just so many wonderful things. A mother who lost hours at work due to the crisis. She can't afford her apartment. She couldn't qualify for the rental relief program because she didn't have the right, she couldn't get a W-9 and she didn't have a proper lease. And so we were able to help her with non-traditional funds and working and kind of in cahoots with the Catholic Charities. We're able to get her the help she needed. St. Gabriel's and Destiny Church are, to be specific. And it was able to cover 2 months of rent. So she was able to get a helping hand. And, it's really, when you're at rock bottom, just having someone listen to you and talk can sometimes be the thing that gets you up off your feet. So when you can get help financially, that can really spearhead somebody into a completely different life in a matter of days, really, minutes even. If you think about how powerful just a loving word is, how wonderful it is when it's also coming with finances to just give you a place to live. I know a lot of people are getting, as it's getting later, we're getting tired, but don't forget the reason that we're here is to support the community, to offer up your money, which is not just money, it's time and your own interests in life and passion, everything that you do to earn that money, you're donating that when you donate your money. And you are having, you're contributing to improving people's lives, just like some of the examples that we've given you tonight. And it doesn't go unappreciated. When someone's been helped, they don't forget where it came from, and it makes people want to go back and help themselves when they get up off their feet. So this is something that doesn't just end today. Just like art, if you think each one of these pieces of art is not the art, it's not. It's the outcome of the process of art, and it goes on even after the artist has taken his or her hands off of it, and it's going onto a wall somewhere. The art lives on because it gets reinterpreted every time somebody looks at it. So it never stops being created. And that's just kind of like people. I've always said that I thought people are a lot like paintings, and we have our ugly phases. Anyone who's an artist might know what I'm talking about, how paintings do have their ugly phases. And we just keep working at it. And sometimes we have to leave it just like that. Sometimes those ugly phases are exactly what makes it beautiful. And I think that's important. I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Alexander? Alexandria. That's a town I used to live in. Alexander.
Okay, so next thing I would like to discuss is really tying off of that is the giving aspect of this. A gift of $5,000, what that does is that helps our ConnectLine database for 1 year, allowing us to connect over 1,300 families with self-sustaining and life-enriching resources to help stabilize their lives. So as you've heard, when we started this, a donation amount, 100, 500, 1,000. Right now we're speaking to 5,000. They are all tied to something, and they allow Loudoun Cares to impact in a certain way and on a larger scale. So again, if there's not a piece of artwork that interests you, please donate, because you can donate through the app, I believe, and then you can also go to loudoncares.org and not only donate, but see how you can volunteer and see what other programs they're offering that you may want to be part of.
Yes, and we have one more piece that we would like for you to bid again and again and again, because it is a donation.
What is it?
It's a donation, the D word, a
All
donation.
Right.
So it's a donation, so we're greedy. We want it all, 100%
No, I wouldn't
of
say
that.
we're greedy. We're not greedy, no.
Okay, we won't say greedy.
No.
We're taking it 100% of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's better than saying
100%.
greedy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
better than saying we're taking 100%.
Right.
But it's donation. But it is a great piece, very colorful. It's by
Very
Roger
colorful.
Schultz, and it is called A Place in Newport at Dusk. And again, this is one of those simple works, but it is so colorful, and these colors just draw you right in.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the blocking of the trees and the water, and you just feel like you're right at the port. You're right there on the water. Roger himself is an artist who paints, he says, to heal himself. So he does these paintings of nature, of the earth. And so what he is, he has 4 genres of impressionism. He does air, realism is earth, watercolor, of course, is the water, and design is fire. But he's a person that uses a lot of color in his paintings. And I'm telling you, this will brighten up any home, any office, any office that you want to put it in, because again, the colors that he uses it draws you into that art, and you become a part of. And one of the beautiful thing about a lot of art we've seen today is it means different things to different people. To some people, it's healing.
Yeah.
To others, it's just a sense of taking you back to either your childhood, or you remember that trip that you went on, or prepared to go to Italy.
Yeah, because
something
that
like
pretty much said it. Yeah.
Said go to Italy, but art is subject to what you feel from it, because we all see it differently, and there's different things in this art that brings you mind. We've seen the art where you can play with it.
Yeah.
It's touchable, and you can play with it. But all these things were here today for a good common cause, and we talked about it, and it was for Loudoun Cares and the things that Loudoun Cares does. Again, if you've seen something and you got outbid on it, you were going to bid anyway, donate. Right. Just donate to Loudoun Cares, because you can go around this community and talk to people or see the work and the effects of what Loudoun Cares does. And I do tell you once again, you have something to take home with you. This will help change generations ongoing. So we live in a time that there's so much going on and there's so much in this world, but us giving of our time, volunteering, there's so many ways. You don't have money, give time. Raise your hand, talk to us. We'll find something for you to do. But again, you have some great art here, and I hope you will continue to bid. You got until what time?
10 o'clock.
And you come by and pick it up.
And the great thing about it, there's an art piece for everybody that's watching. That's a good thing. There's everybody that's watching, there's an art piece for them. So, and this one currently has one bid on it, so that's awesome.
All right, so we have that raffle that we were doing, and
oh yeah,
talk about a little bit more about what's in that. What's in that?
Well, I don't think I brought this one up, but there's a $100 gift card to DC Prime. So just to make sure everybody knows that, and then because the holidays, $500 perfume basket to Macy's at Dulles Town Center Mall. I don't think I mentioned those two earlier, so I just want to bring that to the point.
Yeah, well, and that's great, and we have the donation. We have donations.
Yes.
A lot of this artwork was donation. We have my new friend Robbie, who's still here.
Yeah.
My new best buddy.
Mine.
And
then we, just make sure, because I don't want to, hit those, but you got overnight stays at 2 different hotels. You've got a brewery. You've got Great Country Farms, Stone Tower Winery, Bluemont Vineyard, and Bungalow Lake House, all at the value. It's $2,500, and again, getting this, pretty much sets your whole month set for eating out every day. Eating out and having a glass of wine. Fantastic.
All right, so we're about to do the drawing for the.
Yep, that's right. And don't forget, did anyone mention that there's a $100 gift certificate at DC Prime?
I don't think so.
How did it get left
I think
out?
we missed that one.
Just make sure.
Get left out.
All right, so here's my tickets. I'll let you use that. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
No. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Come here. There you go. You get on. There you go.
All right. Okay. Who is it? 926383.
Anybody?
Do we have?
No way. No.
Congratulations.
No. Is it the stack that you just got? Come on.
Congratulations, CEM.
But I want to congratulate you because you got a $100 gift certificate too.
DC Prime.
There you go. All right.
DC Prime, and I think there's a $100 gift certificate.
Yeah, somewhere.
DC Prime.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody who bought raffle tickets and donated your money to support the community. I know it's going to go really far. Okay, so Valerie, you've got some people you're wanting to thank.
I do.
Let me hand you the mic.
I'm going to put this up here. Wow, what an amazing night, you guys. This has been so exciting. So for all of you guys at home right now, you have to, the people that are here, they're staying to the end. These are the people that have put time and effort into this event, and it has taken a lot of people to get this going. So at first, I do want to thank, of course, our amazing commentators, Glenn Wooten and Alexander Phillips. They have done such an amazing job. I hope you guys have been thoroughly entertained and learned a little bit about art and a little bit about, I don't know, DC Prime, I guess. I don't know. Seems to be the card in there. But thank you guys so much for everything. Yes, those are for them. Yeah. So there's a lot of people behind the scenes. They are hiding behind the computers and the everything else that's going on. And I just want to highlight them and say thanks to them. So Matt is over. I don't know, Matt, you can even come out on camera, say hi to everybody. Matt, he's waving. He is from CI Pro AV. Matt, you have to understand, Matt, we met Matt last year for the art auction when we had to cancel it and put it virtual. And Matt has been with us through the Outstanding Volunteer Awards, and of course we called him for the art auction again. So he has done an amazing job of being there for us, and we could not do this whole production without him. So one more huge round of applause for Matt. So also behind in the production, poor Deborah has been over there freezing. It's been really cold in here. So Deborah Craig is on our board. She is on our special events committee. She is our HandBid guru. We literally, I was like, you cannot get sick. You cannot like hurt yourself. Deborah, thank you so much. She's done an amazing job over there. I also want to thank our other special events committee members. Tracy, come down here. Melinda, Ronnie. Where is Ronnie? Did Ronnie leave? Ronnie Allen Ward, Monty Mercer. Where's Monty? Did we lose him? No, he's out there. He's out there. They're out there. Who did I miss? Ronnie, Tracy. I'm marking off because I don't want to miss anybody. Got Matt. I also want to thank some really special volunteers. We have some great volunteers here who have been working endlessly tonight, and I just want to say thank you to them. My daughter, Juliana Piciera, has been over there. You know, it's a family affair. My husband, David, is over there. Jeff and Lauren Malcolm, thank you so much for all of your hard work. Deb and Alan Foster, thank you so much for all. They're up there on the top. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Mike Tomlinson, I know that you were voluntold by somebody that is very special to us, and I want to apologize. I neglected to highlight her amazing talents. Jenny, come down here, please. Jenny Tomlinson is our new program development coordinator, and she has jumped in feet first since June and has just become such a huge part of this family and our organization, and I could not do everything I do without. I don't know how I lived so many years without her. I adore her. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, a big round of applause for our MC, Stephanie Burgess. Thank you so much, Stephanie. You give yourself a gift. Stephanie, you have to know, Stephanie, actually, I met Stephanie when I lived in England, and we were stationed at the same base, and I have always adored her art. She is such a talented artist, and I have begged her to put something in this year, and so I'm begging you now for next year to put a piece in. Her work is amazing, and she's such a lovely person, and we're so proud that and very honored that she came to be here with us tonight. So thank you, Stephanie, so much. So, and our artists, everyone that's still here, I feel like, you know, the Jerry Lewis, I'm really doing my age here, the Jerry Lewis telethon, you know, when they're there at 3 in the morning and they're still talking. So I'm going to send it back over to Glenn. He's going to give us an update on what's going on in the auction. Remember, it closes at 10, so there's still time to get your favorite pieces. Go ahead, Glenn.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know there's a lot of pieces that we still have that have not been bidded on. So you have the opportunity to get some great art at some great prices. And I mean, it would be a steal to get some of these pieces. And again, we've been appealing to you and telling you stories all night, but again, we're being pretty selfish because we want those dollars in to help our community. Yeah. And but again, I like to think of things as this is generational. Right. And people don't understand when you help a person, you're helping the family. Yeah. And you're helping everything. So it goes on for years. And to touch these lives, and we have the ability to do it by just a click. Right. Just a click, man. Just a click, and you buy a piece of art. You just can't do some fancy coffees for a few weeks or whatever. But again, we have no supply chain issue. I hear all the time. Buy those Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
And I think one of the big things is it may not fit you, but you may know someone that those paintings fit.
Yes.
And send them the information about the app, have them log on, 30 minutes, you capture, be able to look at what we currently have out there that's remaining, that need, that is available. But yeah, folks, I mean, there's some great pieces still left, and let's get bidding on them.
Yeah, so support the artists, support the community.
Yeah, definitely support the artists and the community.
And again, with the artists doing what they do and supporting us, and we want to support them and highlight them for the things they've done. So again, you have the 10 o'clock. If you're on the fence about it, just think about it. And again, I appeal to you and say, hey, you're changing lives. And what a great thing to do is to change lives. And you say, hey, I don't have time to volunteer. I don't have all that. But I'll donate. And here's the thing. If you don't want the art, it's okay. Not hurting our feelings. Donate.
Donate. Yep.
You can donate. And listen, we'll take anything from $10, $5, $15, $20, $25. You don't have to do the big prices. But again, your money goes a long way because we start off small and add that all together. It's powerful how you can change your life.
Most definitely.
So bidding is still going on.
Yep.
We may be gone, but your bidding is still going on. We appreciate the opportunity to be here with you this evening and to do this. We're going to be here again next year. And we're going to have a good report. We're going to have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, thank you so much for being a part of our auction. And thank you to everybody that has been here. Thank you to all the artists. Thank you to everybody behind the scenes and everybody that helped put this together. Again, for a great cause. Again, if you haven't had a chance, go to loudouncares.org. And we'll see you again next year. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.